Hello everyone, welcome to my lesson today. My name is Tan. I'm a teacher at Phước Hòa Secondary School, Phú Giáo Education and Training Department. Today I'm very happy to be here to share with you some information about a very common problem in our life, and I hope that it will be useful for you. To start our lesson today, I have a small activity for you. I have a picture about our topic, but it's hidden. Your task is look at my cues and then guess our topic. Are you ready? Yes? The first one, depressions. The second cue, insomnia. The next one, headache. Anger. And the last one is crying. Now you can see the whole picture, and I'm sure that you know our topic, right? Yes? So this picture is about stress. And who can be stressed? Stress isn't just a problem for adults. Children or teenagers can get stressed too. In this lesson, we will focus on teen stress and pressure. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the sources of teen stress and pressure and how to cope with them. Then develop writing skills. Our lesson will include three main points. The first one is sources of teen stress and pressure. And then we will focus on some negative effects and symptoms when you are so stressed. And the last one, we will discuss to find out some solution to deal with teen stress and pressure. First of all, I would like you to tell me some sources or causes of teen stress and pressure. Have you got the ideas? Let me tell you some more. Okay, so your stress may come from your school, your family, your friends, your body changing, your negative feelings, and so on. Now let's look at the picture and tell me what can you see in the picture. Yes, there is a boy. He may be a student and he has a lot of homework to do. So how does he feel? He is too bored. He feels so stressed because of school pressure and frustration. What does frustration mean? It means disappointment. Teenagers also feel stressed because of some problem from their family, so we call family problems. They may get stressed because of their parents arguing, divorce, or separations. And sometimes they can be stressed because of their friends. They say, please, come on, go on, do it. They want you to do something that you don't like and you feel stressed too. So the problems with classmates or friends at school. Now look at the picture and tell me, how do you feel when you live in this place? Are you scared? It is dangerous. Yes, it's too dark, it's too quiet. So you may feel stressed because of unsafe living environment. Teenagers also feel stressed because of some body changing. That means physical changing. You are now from 13 to 19 and you are called adolescent. Adolescence means teen. It's the period between childhood and young adulthood. That means you are not a child and you are not an adult either. And having too high expectation makes teenager feel stressed too. Expectation, what does that mean? It means the feeling that good things are going to happen in the future. When you set your goal too high and you cannot reach it, you feel upset, you feel disappointed, and you feel stressed too. And your stress may come from your negative feeling about yourself. You think that you can do anything, and you say no for all. So here are some sources of teen stress and pressure. The first one is school pressure and frustration, family problems, problems with classmates at school, unsafe living environment, physical changes, having too high expectation, or negative feeling about themselves. Now I have an exercise for you. Let's match the source of stress and pressure to the expression. As you can see, there are 7 sources of stress and pressure, and we have 7 expressions too. So your task is, match them. Let me give you an example.
My parents always argue with each other. I feel very sad.
So you can see some keywords like my parents argue with. So this stress may come from family problems. Do you understand? Okay, so let's start. Now have you finished? Okay, so let's check together. Okay, so the next.
I'll never be good at maths. I'm just too stupid.
Okay, so can you find out the keywords? Yes, never be good at or stupid. That's negative feelings about themselves. The next one.
I hate my voice. It's high 1 minute, low the next, then high again. What's the matter with it? And the girls are making fun of me. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay, so have you got the answer? Okay, so let me tell you some keywords. You can find out my voice, high 1 minute, loud the next, or then high again. That means you have some changes in your body. Okay, so the answer is physical changing. The next one.
I must get the highest score in this exam. I must be the best student in the class.
Okay, so I think it's easy for you to find out the answer. Okay, must, the highest, must, the best. So that's having too high expectation.
I feel worried when I have to wait for the bus in that neighborhood after my evening class. It's so quiet and dark there.
Okay, so we see some keywords like neighborhood, dark, worry. So this problem may come from unsafe living environment. The next one.
I'll have this big assignment to complete and I don't know where to start. It's too difficult.
So in this situation, you can say big assignment or difficult. So the answer is school pressure and frustrations. The next one.
Why does he make me do all of his homework? It's not fair. And he says if I don't do it, he'll make my life difficult.
Now tell me the keyword, please. Okay, his homework and difficult. So this problem may come from your classmate. That means problems with classmate at school. So now I will give you some useful expression to help you mention about the sources or the cause or the reason. You can use because, since, or as, and then you use a clause. Or also you can use because of or due to, and remember, after that we use a noun phrase. Let me give you an example. I'm so stressed because of my parents' separation. Because of my parents' separation is the reason why you feel so stressed. So now, can you tell me how do you feel when you are so stressed? Maybe you feel so bored, you feel worried. Okay, so stress can cause some negative effect. So let's look into some effect and symptom when you are so stressed. There are some negative effects on your body, your mind, your behavior, and your emotions. Now I want you to tell me, how do you feel when you are so stressed? Or some common symptoms that you may suffer from when you are stressed? Have you got your answers? Okay, so now let's look at the screen. I will give you some more. So you may have some symptoms like headache, breathlessness, skin irritations, insomnia. Insomnia means you cannot sleep well. Loneliness. You can have some nightmare. Depressions. Worrying. Eating changing. That means you may eat a lot or maybe you eat a little. And loss of confidence. Now I will show you some useful expression to help you express about effects and symptoms. You can use to cause something for somebody, to lead to something, to result in something, to make somebody or something do something, to feel or to have. For example, school pressures make me feel terrible and I often had headaches. So stress is a normal problem in our life. And now we have to find out some solution to help you deal with stress and pressure. Now let's come back to our situation. I have this big assignment to complete and I don't know where to start. It's too difficult. Tell me, what will you do if you are in these situations? Let's give me some solutions. Okay, so if I am in this situation, I will take a break, then I will feel ready to start again. Or I can break a large task into smaller tasks. Or also I can talk to someone about this and ask them for help. And there are a lot of solutions that you can do to deal with these problems. Okay, so in our life, there are a lot of reasons that make me feel stressed. So now, let's think about some solutions that can help we deal with this. Now I want you to tell me some solutions that you do to deal with stress and pressure? I think that we have a lot of ways to overcome the difficulty. To deal with stress and pressure, you should sleep well, and teenagers need a sleep about 8 to 10 hours a day. Second, exercise regularly is important too. The next one, remember to eat healthily and make time for fun. Make time for fun. You should spend a lot of time doing some leisure activities and you will feel relaxed. Or you can talk about it. You can share your problem with a person that you trust in. Or you can write about it. You can write on your diary and this helps you relieve. And try to learn some life skills. They are very helpful for your life. And remember to think positively. Okay, so here are some solutions that I suggested. So now I will introduce to you some useful expression to help you give solutions. You can use to overcome something, to deal with something, to cope with, to reduce, or to prevent. Let me give you an example. To overcome this problem, I've tried to eat healthily and exercise regularly. So we have the phrase, to overcome this problem. That means you give your solutions. Now I want to do a survey. Let's look at the screen. There are 3 columns. The first column is about sources of stress and pressure. The second one is symptoms. And the third one is solutions. So your task is look at the table and put a tick if you have this kind of information. Have you finished? Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm so stressed now because of some family problems. And I have some symptoms like headaches, insomnia, and eating changes. And I've tried to eat healthy, to exercise, and make time for fun to overcome this problem. So here are my results. And I'm sure that you have your own result, right? Now I want you to use your result to write a letter to your friends. Now let's move on the writing task. Let's look at the requirement. Suppose you are feeling stressed for a certain reason. Write a letter from 100 to 120 words to your friend and tell him or her about it. You should base on the suggestion below. What are you stressed about? Why does it make you stressed? What stress symptom are you experiencing? And what have you done to overcome the stress? Now tell me, what do you have to do now? Right. Write a letter to your friend. That means an informal letter. And what is your letter about? It's about stress. And how long is it? It's from 100 to 120 words. Now let me remind you an outline of an informal letter. You should include address, date, greeting by using dear or hi, opening, body, and clothing. And then you use love and best wishes. And then remember your signature. So here are the detailed outline. In the body part, you should include your source or cause of stress and pressure. And second, you should include some symptoms that you may suffer from. And then give me some solutions. Now I will show you a sample. So you can see on English exam, there are many assignments and extra demand. That means the source of your stress. Then you have headache, cannot sleep well, or lose your weight. That means the symptoms. Do exercise every morning, eat healthily, and spend time doing some leisure activities. That means your solutions. Okay, so let's complete this writing task at home. Now tell me, what did you learn today? To help you remember our lesson, I will show you a mind map. Today we learned about teen stress and pressure. We identified the sources of teen stress and pressures like school pressure and frustration, family problems, problems with classmates at school, unsafe living environment, physical changing, having too high expectation, or negative feeling about themselves, and so on. Then we found out some symptoms like headaches, breathlessness, skin irritation, worrying, nightmares, loneliness, insomnia, loss of confidence, depression, and so on. And then we discussed to find out some solutions that help you overcome the stress, like you should sleep well, exercise, eat healthily, make time for fun, talk about it, write about it, learn life skills, and think positively, and you can make some more. Now I have a question for you. How do you feel now? Are you stressed? If you say, no, I'm not, that's very good. And if you say, yes, now I'm so stressed, let's try to do something that you have learned today, and I think it's very useful for you. So now I will give you some homework. The first one, let's complete the writing task at home and practice vocabulary at the link. Okay, so thank you for attention and have a nice day.